Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com, and this is a new series called 30 for 30, where I do 30 rapid-fire critiques in 30 days, 15 Adorama picks, and 15 Squarespace rapid-fire critiques. If you want to see all of the rapid-fire critiques in one place, go ahead, click up on the screen right now. We'll take you over to the website to do that, but let's get into a critique. Let's get into another critique from the 30 for 30, and this time we have an Adorama Picks rapid fire critique. And before we jump into that, if you haven't tried Illuminized prints, I have a code for you. Use PXMETFRO30 at AdoramaPicks.com to get 30% off your Illuminized metal print order. No matter how much you order, 30% off until September 30th, 2015. Let's get into critique. Jeffrey Aleyu. All right, anyway, here we go. Looks like we have a sports portfolio coming our way, which I love sports. I started in the sports area. Let's see. Image for Froze Rapid Fire Critique. EOS Rebel T2i with a 75 to 300 f4 to 5.6. This is taken in 2012. Interesting. We're many years past that. So anyway, Rebel T2i and a kit lens. Basically a kit lens showing you what you can do. Sepia tone, gotta go. So the things that I like to say, or the things I say often, is that if you try to tweak certain things in an image because you think it's artistic or interesting, you're really covering up that the image isn't that good. Now in this case, I don't think the image is that good. We're in a halfway drinking mode here with the coach, and the player's part looks good. But doing sepia doesn't make up for the fact that the image isn't strong on its own. This, Kutztown, is strong. Now this is strong, same thing, 2012. All right, I'd love to see newer stuff. Hopefully we get to that. Is the framing a little awkward? Yes. Did we cut off a bunch of things? Yes. For portraits, yeah. Does it take away from the image totally? Not totally. I think it still works the way that it is. You still have his 91 in there. You know that it's Kutztown, and the guy just looks determined, and the black and white works in this case. Now I'm sure I say it a lot. Cutting certain things off don't work. Maybe in the sports environment it may work more, but that is for all of you guys to determine. Do you like it? Dislike it? What do you think? All right, this is the right timing. Now we're into 2013. T2i still up, 7200 2.8. What was the last photo taken with? 7200 2.8, so upgraded the lens. See, that's the smart thing to do. Not to take away from critiquing, but T2i, not the greatest camera in the world, but it doesn't matter what camera you have. If you understand the exposure, triangle, and photography and lighting, I don't care what you shoot with, you're going to get better results than somebody who doesn't know what they're shooting with. And then when you throw quality glass in front of that, not saying there's anything wrong with using the 75 to 300. I learned on a 100 to 300 5.6 fixed Canon lens when I first started shooting film, and I sucked. But the images were there, and it gets better. Putting that 70 to 200 on there, great move. Now this is a nice shot. This is the right timing and composition and framing that you go for with a windmill picture. You can see that she's slightly off the ground. She pushed off her back foot. She's at the apex of her motion. She's about to swing around and get the shot, and bam, this works. So that's a winning shot. Love it. Love it, love it. That's my type of sports shot. All right, so we switch over to the baseball player. The bokeh looks awfully weird. Why does it look awfully weird in the background? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it brighter in the background than it is in the foreground? Did you try brightening up the background? Because that's distracting that this guy looks like this. Oh, and by the way, I can tell you that this is during the warm-ups and not during the game. If I had to guess, I'm basing that off of the way that the player is standing here, not looking to see if a guy is running from first, trying to steal second, and that I would think that this is from warm-ups. But sometimes that's what you have to do to get on the field between innings to get warm-up shots like this. This is okay. It's not the best for a pitcher, and it looks like a curveball by the way that his wrist, his hand is turning over, or maybe it's a slider. But anyway, the background freaks me out. It's weird. It's just weird the way that bokeh looks. Oh, cool. Look at these guys. They look like warriors going into battle. So it's good. It works. Probably national anthem or something else going on. Color's good. It's muted a little bit, which is fine. Black and white I don't think would be as good because these gold colors and the maroon colors I think work. It's an okay image. There's not a lot of expressions on their faces, but they look like they're about to go into battle and kick some ass. So we'll keep moving on. Rugby. Whoa. Whoa is all I have to say. It's an all right shot. It just looks like these girls want to kick your ass. And they probably could kick your ass. Don't get in our way. Focus-wise, I can't really tell if it's going to be if it is in focus because of the image. As long as you got this sharp, it's okay. I like that you have 3 people in the image. Wow. That's all I have to say is wow. But nice job. It's a good shot. There we go. Yeah, this is what I was thinking with the one before, is that you don't have any of the opposing players in there, but then you get a shot like this, bam, opposing player, the guy in the Heisman Trophy, that is the quintessential Heisman Trophy pose, and these guys are ripped, shredded. This guy's going, ole! October 19, 2013, still a little while ago. The backgrounds are too bright. I don't understand why the backgrounds are so bright in these images. Because look at... I don't know if it's in their processing or just the background looks terrible. This bokeh looks really bad, and I think I may have an answer. And that answer may be, well, 2.8's fine. 1.2, so everything seems to be fine here. I would probably go up with the ISO even in a T2i just so I could get a faster shutter speed and go to 3.2 or 3.5 on the exposure. Sorry, on the f-stop. But what's going on here is that I think it's highly cropped, which is causing the background to give you this look. When you highly crop things, especially on a low-end camera like that, a consumer-end model, you're going to start seeing this type of distracting, bad background. So you have to be very careful with that when you're doing that. Swimming shot's one of the hardest shots to do. It's fine, not a great expression on her face. And you can see again that it's cropped. Just look at the bokeh. Look at how cubic it looks. Not pubic, cubic. It just looks absolutely weird the way that it's tightening up the way that it is. So it's either it's just cropped. I gotta go with it's cropped. If I was to shoot shots like this, try to shoot it straight on. I know it's easier said than done at the pool area. Honestly, I can't give you recommendations on what types of shots would be better at a pool. So the shot's good. 2014, Rebel, same camera. It's just that why are we cropping it like this? Leave the aspect ratio the way that it should be or the way that it was when you took it. Fill the frame. Try not to cut off this pawl. Either come in, yeah, see, I don't even, it's like Falcor's running at me, but don't cut off the pawl. That's one of the issues with this image. Here the background looks fine, but the square crop doesn't work for me. As a black and white works. I like the determination that's going on here. I wonder if there was a fish that did come up from this. It makes me wonder that, again, the background looks awfully weird. Again, it just looks weird. But I like the composition, I like the framing, I like the exposure, and I like the processing. Just watch out for that background. And then that's the last shot. As a portrait, I like the way the eyes look. What lens are we using this time? 24 to 70. Now we've moved up to a 24 to 70 2.8. Background looks much better because, like I've said before, you shouldn't have to crop a shot like this. If you need to crop a shot like this, you need to get it right in your composition in the camera. I can understand if you want to crop sports, but cropping something like this or a portrait that's not moving is your fault. You shouldn't have to crop. This isn't cropped. It doesn't look cropped because the background looks a hell of a lot better. Eyes and light on the face look good. Hands on the wheels, you know, obviously this is a basketball player. It's okay. It doesn't exude terribly too much emotion. But other than that, it's a pretty good sports set. Now, some of the pictures are pretty old from 2012 to 2014. I would like to see the progression. I'd like to see where somebody is now, or if you posted some of your older photos for half the set and then the newer photos for half the set, it would be like, all right, I see where you were, and now I see where you are today, and that way I can give props where props are due. So the moral of the story, doesn't matter what body you have, if you understand the exposure triangle and lighting, you can get fantastic results. So that is another 30 for 30 rapid fire critique. This time it's an Adorama Picks rapid fire critique. If you are looking to make some aluminized prints, because so many people do not make prints today, Go ahead and use the code that's up on the screen right now until September 30th. You will get 30% off your entire aluminum print order from AdoramaPix.com. Go ahead, take advantage of that. Thank you very much, Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. To check out all the videos from this 30 for 30 series, go ahead and click up on the screen right now. It's going to take you over to the post over on FroKnowsPhoto.com, where you can see all 30 posts once they are live.